Have you ever thought about hosting a seminar for your business to attract new leads, but you're just not sure where to start? I'm going to give you some tips on that today. All right, guys, so hosting a seminar for your business is a great way to attract new leads. If you remember from a previous video, I talked about targeting renters and hosting a new home buying seminar for them to get new leads for your business. Today, I want to give you guys tips on how to host a great seminar. The first tip I'm going to give you is you want to find out and answer these key questions as you start your journey on creating a seminar. First question is, who is your audience? Who are you trying to target? In the last video, we talked about targeting renters, but maybe you're trying to target the 55+ community that's downsizing. You want to make sure you find out who you're trying to target because that's going to help you answer the second question. What is going to attract people to this seminar? What's your agenda for this seminar? As you sort out, who you're trying to target, it's going to help you know the message and what you're trying to share with these people. And this question will also lead you to knowing if you need to bring in another speaker, another expert. Like the renter scenario, if you're trying to give them, tips on how to get pre-approved for a mortgage, maybe it's great to go get a mortgage rep to be the speaker at your seminar. The third and final question you want to ask yourself is, where is the seminar going to be hosted? You want to make sure you don't do an oversight on this detail and end up with no place to host a seminar. All right, guys, after you've answered those questions, you want to move on to the presentation, and I want to give you some tips for your presentation. First tip, make sure you create a slideshow, and in your slideshow, make sure you have at least these 3 slides. The first slide is make sure you have a slide sharing your background and your expertise. This is your chance to solidify yourself as the thought leader in this industry. Second slide you want to make sure you have in your slideshow is an overview of the topics you're going to cover. And then the third slide is you want to make sure you have a question and answer slide. Leave ample time for question and answers because this is the most important part of your seminar because this is where you get to build relationships and find out who's an actual lead that attended the seminar. Other tips I'll give you on the presentation is make sure you keep your presentation short, 30 minutes or less. Make sure you speak with confidence and authority on the subject. Make sure you keep eye contact with the people in attendance. And then if you make a mistake, stay calm, control your body language, and keep going and pushing through. The last and final tip I'll give you on presenting, and this is the tip I give the most to business professionals, is make sure you practice. Grab a coworker, grab a friend, go through your presentation multiple times because the practice is going to enable you to have the confidence to keep pushing through even if you make a mistake. All right, guys, so there are tips on the presentation. Now I want to give you guys some tips on the materials you'll probably need for your seminar. First is you're going to need a slideshow. Second is make sure you don't forget the sign-in sheet. You won't believe how many business professionals I talk to, and in their first seminar, they forget to put together a sign-in sheet, and then they're scrambling to try to get the names, the email addresses, and the addresses of the people who attended. So don't forget the sign-in sheet. Third is make sure you have more than just the visuals of the slideshow and have a takeaway so they can take that material with them and reference back to it after the seminar. And then the last material that you're going to need is create a giveaway that you can give as a gift. It's kind of like a favor at a wedding. A great idea is the American Lifestyle magazine that we have here, but this thing is a gift of appreciation that will live with them long after the seminar. So there you have it, guys. There are some tips on hosting a great seminar. If you like these tips, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment below. Let me know what you've had successes and failures with hosting a seminar. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, but most importantly, take action on this today.